like a certain amount of people got selected every year,
Right.
and you have to do an interview, and you have to go through a background check, and if
True.
you pass, then you will get a visa and come over to the United States. So my parents got divorced. Um, my dad married a lady that received that lottery visa, and he came over first, and then my mother married a guy who was a political prisoner. If you in Cuba did jail or prison time because you were against the government and you were
Right.
against the system in Cuba, the United States would give you a visa as well. So my mom married a guy that was a political prisoner, and then me, my sister, and my mom came over 6, 7 months later.
Awesome. So we currently live now on all of my platforms, my personal Facebook page, my business Facebook page, and my YouTube channel. I do this nothing but nugget show, typically with like business owners, real estate investors. This is my first time really doing it with someone outside of real estate completely. So it's an honor to have you on, and I'm really touched by your story, um, about how you came to this country with pretty much nothing, and you work your way up to the top, and now you want to hire sought out cigar rollers in the country. Like you got clients all over the world. I see you post on Facebook how you take care of so many different people, including myself. I like the service that you give me, and you really kind of like introduced me to cigars. So I definitely want everybody today on my show welcome Laz. He's the owner of Dreams of Cuba. It's a cigar shop. He do hand rolls, sticks, as well as I think he had like some factories and other places that help him with his production. And I just wanted to get him on to kind of like talk about what it takes to do this and how to get to the next level and what keeps you pushing, like how you push yourself. So introduce yourself to everyone and let
All right.
everybody know who you are.
All right, hello. My name is Lazaro, and I am the owner of Dreams of Cuba Cigars Corporation. Yeah, like you said, man. When I came from Cuba, I had nothing. We were, my mom held 2 jobs. My dad held 2 jobs. We lived in this section 8 buildings and uh, the projects, whatever you want to call them.
Right,
We didn't have much. We didn't have much of anything. We didn't have much of anything in Cuba either. But my parents were hard workers, and throughout time, we were able to move out of Miami. When we first came from Cuba, we went to Miami, to the city of Miami, like pretty much every other Cuban. Um, and when we had the opportunity to move out here to the area of Tampa, I knew the basics already of cigars. I knew the basics of tobacco. I knew, what needed to be done to make a cigar and whatnot, but I was still very young. So nobody's gonna. This is a cigar that is very. This is I'm sorry. This is a business that's very serious, and this is a business that's a luxury. So people are not gonna take serious a 13-year-old, when it comes to talking about cigars or anything like that. So I pretty much had to wait on my time. You know, I had
right.
to wait till I was to for anybody to take me serious. So it was a lot of struggle growing up. It really was. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with a struggle story. There's a lot of people out there who come from nothing as well. Um, but you know, the hunger. You gotta when it comes to wanting to succeed in anything, and it's not really about the money or anything like that. Being successful is about like kind of like setting a goal and achieving
Right.
that goal. Like saying I'm gonna get this done and being able to get that done. So you gotta get a hunger. You get a hunger and you get a motivation to do what nobody expects you. What nobody expects that you can do. What nobody thinks you can do. You know what you think is way above your limits.
Right.
And so
Hold on, Lodge. You went out for a second. Let me fix you. I think somebody probably called your phone. Give me 1 second. Let me take you. Do me a favor, log out, log back in, because when people call, it kind of like messes with the microphone. Yeah, this is gonna be a good episode, guys. If you are trying to figure your way out, man, watch this episode. I guarantee you, um, you won't be disappointed. Do me a favor. If you're watching this currently on YouTube, share this episode. If you're currently on my YouTube channel, you're not subscribed. Definitely subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this via Facebook on one of my Facebook platforms, like and share this episode. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Drop your questions. We're going to be talking about passion today. Today is going to be a very good episode. And as soon as Lars come back, somebody call his cell phone. And one thing I noticed with this app is when people call the cell phone, it messes up the microphone. So that's something that they should fix. But drop your questions. Um uh Click the StreamYard link in the show notes so you can be able to see your comments. If you don't click it, I can't see your comments. Here we go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right.
So you was a 13. I want to back it up. You was a 13-year-old kid who had a passion for tobacco at the age of 13.
Right.
So tobacco always been your passion, or that's just something you stumbled across?
I was born and raised in it. So since I was born and raised in it, I've been around it all my life, and it's pretty much what I've known all my life. I liked it since I was a kid because it's what I knew.
Right.
But I fully developed a complete passion for it when I was, you know, 19, 20. When I really started taking it serious. That's because when people start taking you serious.
Right. I get what you're saying. So how could you take the passion for cigars, hand rolled cigars, right,
Mm-hmm.
and create become business savvy out of it, right? It's one thing to do something because you like doing it. It's another thing to do something that actually feeds your family. So how in the world did you take that and translate it? And then so many other people, bigger companies that sell cigars, but you went different routes to say, I'm doing my hand rolled cigars, I'm putting my own blends together, and you went against the grain. How did you make that work?
Um, I just knew I could do it, man. I trusted myself and my knowledge. I trusted what I was, capable of doing, and I've always believed in myself, even when nobody else did. I always believed in myself, and I always believed that I don't have to do what everybody else does. I could do it my way.
Right.
Like I don't have to sell his stuff. Or I don't have to sell her stuff. I can make my own cigars. I can make my own blend. I have the knowledge. I have the knowledge to make a great cigar. I have the knowledge to make a great product. And once that's created, I can push it. And I just gotta present it to people. And once you present it to people and people try, then the product is gonna do the talking. So it was just like it took time, it took patience. I'm still nowhere where I want to be. Like I'm still climbing.
Yeah, I feel the same exact way for myself too. So I feel
Like
you.
I'm a person that's I'm the type of person I'm never satisfied. So my wife tells me all the time, like when you gonna stop? Like when is it gonna be enough? Never. It's never
I'm the
gonna be
same.
enough. I'm never satisfied. It's not about, like I said, it's not about money. It's really not about money. It's about my personal, what I can achieve within the business. You know, what I can
Right.
achieve. Like I want to do things that haven't been done yet, and that's hard to say in a business where everything is already created. But
Right.
I just want different. I want to do things that haven't been done. I want to leave a mark.
Right. And I
I
was just
don't.
saying that yesterday. I was saying like on my Facebook, like do you want to position yourself to be the guy that nobody remember 100 years from now, or do
Right.
you want to position yourself that your grandchildren are thanking you for the sacrifices and the things that you did that paved the way for them?
I'm that guy.
Yeah, right, right. So,
Guy
so,
that
so,
wants to leave something or leave something for the next generations.
so, what drives you? Like, what I know you have a passion for cigars. I know you do it not only for the money, but it got to be something that separates you from the rest of the guys. Like for me, like people like, damn, you always working, you always out and about, you always moving, and I'm like, hey, I love what I'm doing so much that it really don't feel like work to me. So, what's your driving point?
Man, I just want to be great. That's all. I just want to be great. I'm gonna be honest with you. Growing up, like when I was in my teenage years and stuff like that, I made a lot of wrong decisions. I made a
Right,
lot of like a lot, like a lot. And it's not something I regret. I don't regret anything I've done because everything that I've done has taught me something. So I don't regret the decisions that I made, but it what was being around me, what was being said to me by people who were even family members gave me a lot of
right,
drive. Gave me a lot of drive. When you hear things like "you're never gonna be anything," you're gonna be dead by the time you're 20. You're not this, or you're not that. You're not capable of doing this, or you're not capable of doing that. You take that in and you transform that into motivation, and it just gives you a different drive because it's not like you want to prove people wrong. I don't
right,
want to prove anybody wrong. I'm not proving anybody wrong, but I'm using what was said to me as a motivation to say I'm not gonna be that guy.
right.
I'm not gonna be that guy you said I would be. And it's not about proving you wrong. It's about proving to myself that I'm not gonna be that guy.
So you basically good at taking negativity and turning it into fuel to push you to continue to
Absolutely,
do what you want to do.
absolutely. And it's about new things, but it has given me a lot of hunger. It has given me a lot of drive, and it has given me a lot of motivation. My family, of course, I want to make my parents proud. I want to make I want to be a person that my parents can be proud to say that's my son. I want to be able to take care of my parents. I want to be able to take care of my family. I want to be able to take care of my kids. I want to be something. I want to do something that I can pass on to my children,
Right,
you
right.
know, that they can keep, going with it when they get older. I want to make a great cigar. I want to be known for. It's not that I want the fame or I want the recognition. I want my cigars to be known.
Right.
Not me personally, not my name, not me as a person, but I want the product that I make to be known to mankind because I put a lot of hard work into what I do.
Right. And for me, like I don't know how you do it, but the clients, the experience that you give the client as far as your product and the customer service, that's like top notch. Like you're very hands on. The attention to details is crazy, and you stand behind your product. It haven't been something that I didn't get from you that I wasn't dissatisfied with. And if I did have a problem, you corrected it like that. Like,
Yeah.
where did you get that from? Like, that's not taught in school. That's not even taught like at home. Like, that's something that most people don't have.
When you run a business, and when you sell a product, the client, the customer is the most important person.
Right,
So the client brings you the money,
right,
you know, because the client and the customer brings you the money. The clients are golden, customers are golden. You have to take care of your customers. You
right,
have to make sure that your customers are always happy with you, with who you are as a person, with your customer service, with your product. They have to be happy with you, so they keep coming back to you, and they keep giving you business. So if there's anything wrong, I'm going to correct it. No questions asked. If there's any complaints, I'm going to take care of it. However, the customer wants to take care of it. I'm all for the customer. Whatever you want to do, whatever's going to make you happy. That's what I'm going to do. Because I want you to know that I just don't want your money. I want a long-term relationship. I don't want you to go
Exactly.
nowhere, to stay with me.
Right.
So that's that gives me the that way of being of the attention to detail, that if there's something wrong, I'm gonna fix it. If there's something, because I don't want you to go anywhere, because I want your business. And I want you to know that I appreciate your business. I don't take you for granted. Therefore, I'm going to show you that I don't take you for granted. And anything that's wrong, anything that can be fixed will be fixed. Anything that you don't like will be taken care of. And anything that you want done, that's I work for you.
Right. So like, what, you got this. You're one of the smartest guys I can think of when it comes to taking like marketing and really market your business directly to the consumer without any Facebook ads, without any advertisement, and just straight like word of mouth. And you blew your business up. I sat back and watched. I've been following you for about 2-3 years now, and I've seen how you year after year double your business. How did you come up with a strategy like that to say, hey, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna take the word of mouth business, and I'm gonna triple my business. Oh, hold on, you went back out again. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said, damn, you stay hella busy. Love the content. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, I just want to provide quality content. And sometimes the real estate stuff can be a little boring, for me. Just interviewing people talking about the same stuff over and over again. So I definitely want to start interviewing a variety of people to really show you guys that there's multiple ways to think and to process things and to utilize your business, right? And hopefully you can take something from this episode. Here we go.
Sir.
Yeah, so I was talking about the word of mouth business, how you took that and blew your business up. I seen you with my own two eyes, like literally scale your company with no paid Facebook ads or anything.
Um, it was never really a plan. I just really I work hard, man. Like I really work hard. I don't stop. Like I grind from the moment I get up to the moment I go to sleep. I don't take breaks. I don't do nothing. I work. And it wasn't really a plan. It was more like what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next to improve? What am I going to do next to improve? So I started making videos. I started sharing videos in like every cigar group of me rolling cigars. I started sharing videos of what my product looked like, pictures of what my product looked like. Then I created my own group. Then I started bringing people to my group. Then I started, I probably, when I first started, I probably gave away like $10,000 worth of cigars free, just for people to try my product, just to different people. I would send out a bunch of cigars just for people to try my stuff. And then I don't know, man. It was just something after something, something after the next, just work after work, and it was never really a plan. It was more like it was more like what am I going to do next? How am I going to show? I know that what I have is great. I know that the product that I have and the cigars that I have are awesome. How am I going to show the world that these cigars that I have are great? How am I going to show the world that these cigars that I make are awesome? And that was it. That was it. Then that's how I was like, I made those videos and I showed people pictures and I sent people cigars. I made a group. I brought people to the group, and it's been growing ever since. And I haven't stopped. I think of new things every day. Make shirts, make cutters, make anything that's got to do with my brand. Anything that's got to do with my cigars.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a hotel mooching on somebody's internet, so sorry about that. Yeah, so go ahead. You was talking about the word of mouth. You work hard. Like that's the one thing I want people to understand that you can't escape. You can't escape not doing the work. You get what I'm saying? So many people they focus on all of these different things where the number one reason why their business is failing is because they're not actually doing the groundwork. They're not actually doing the work. Let me see. Here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Let me let me add your website on here because people trying to buy cigars and stuff. Let's talk about some of your best cigars, right? A lot of my real estate friends they smoke cigars too, so I definitely want to educate them on some of your best cigars. You on your cell phone, right?
Yeah, I'm on my cell phone. I mean, I got my laptop in
No,
front of
no,
me.
no. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna go to your
But
website. Say it again.
there was no audio coming from the laptop, so
No, it's cool. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna go to your website and let's go to your site and talk about a few cigars and educate some people on, some cigars and stuff like that. So people can know, the different types of cigars. I know I got a lot of real estate friends that love cigars. I just want them to be able to see, not just hear, but actually see the quality that you put out.
okay.
Okay? You cool with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me put this up here. So listen, guys, if you're interested in some hand rolled cigars, go to Dreams of Cuba cigars.com. Their orders are fast. I order all the time, even though my wife hates it because she's like, "You spend all these money." I'm like, hey, this is my thing. I could be passed out with a needle in my arm somewhere, but I chose not to. So let me smoke my cigars in peace. So let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Share screen. So cool. So we on the site, right? Click on cigars. And I see you got some new stuff on here that I gotta try out. Like I first and foremost love the Liga 5. I guess that's how you pronounce it. That's one of my favorite sticks that I like. It's perfect for somebody new starting to smoke cigars. It's not really a peppery taste or anything of that nature. It's a perfect smooth blend. What you think about that, Lars? About your Liquor 5? And how in the world did you came up with this blend? Like it just came out nowhere, and now everybody can't get enough of it. Hold on, I can't hear you again, Lars. Yeah, you might gotta put your phone on Do Not Disturb. That's what
Yeah,
some I guess do.
man, I
You
hear you.
got an iPhone?
I
Yeah,
got
put on Do Not Disturb. Cause I think every time you get messages and stuff, it messes up the sound.
it's the not deserve what the little moon, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I ain't got an iPhone. I got Android.
um, yeah, the Maliga 5 is probably the best cigar that I have right now. Yeah, everybody loves that stick, man. I just stopped. I'm sorry. I just finished making that cigar in a Connecticut shade wrapper in a natural Maduro wrapper as well. I'm gonna put that on the website soon in the next few days. Um, yeah, man, that's a really good stick. I came up with that blend in the trip that I took to Nicaragua. We went to where all the tobacco that I use is from Nicaragua, right?
Right.
That's where the blends come from and stuff. And a trip that I made to Nicaragua, we worked with a factory. My cousin has a factory in Nicaragua with
Right.
cigar roller. That's where we make our cigars at. You know, he makes his own stuff. I make my own stuff, but um, I use that factory as well because we're cousins and we're, you know, with we're family. So there's no need for me to buy my own factory when somebody who's like a brother has one. So I use his
Right.
cigar rollers. I buy the tobacco that I want. I buy the tobacco that I want. I make the blends. You know, I get them rolled there. So the one day I just went in and my cousin was like, man, there's these guys, there's these farmers that we met that, you know, they say they got some great tobacco, but, you know, we want to go check them out. And, you know, I want you to come with me because it's not if I want you to buy tobacco from them or not, but I want you to tell me, what do you think of the quality of the tobacco? They say they've been aging the tobacco already for about 40 years. And, you know, they got really good methods of curing and fermenting the tobacco leaves when they pick them from the back. I was like, oh, let's go check them out. Let's go check them out. So we went there and they had a lot of tobacco. They had a lot of great tobacco. Those farmers had great tobacco. But
Wow.
there was this one little farmhouse that they had there, and their tobacco, they had the ligero, which is the strong filler on the inside that they had there was awesome, which is the ligero that's inside of the Liga 5. And when I tried that ligero, I was like, my cousin was like, man, this is too strong. And I was like, no, man, this is perfect.
Uh-huh.
This is perfect. I like this. So I was like, oh, you know what, man? Whatever you have of this, I'll buy it all. So I took all that tobacco and you know, I mixed it up with some other leaves. You know, I got some really good wrappers. Not from those farmers, from some really good wrappers that from some other farmers that I deal with over there. And we, you know, that's how I came up with that blend. And, you know, I rolled up a few cigars, of course, before I came up with that blend. I rolled up a few cigars with that same tobacco that I was using, but with other leaves until I came up with this one. I was like, man, this is it. This is a good stick, right here. This is a good stick. So, you know, I was like, let's see what people think. And now, man, like everybody loves that stick. Everybody.
Yeah, it's crazy because this is one of my favorite stick. I always want to know the story behind the newspaper. Like, is it to preserve the stick, or is it just for decorations?
No, it's I'll explain to you. So back in the days in Cuba, especially in the farming area, there's no cigar factories there. The Cuban, like the old school cigar rollers in Cuba didn't have the molds. The molds is where
Right,
you put the filler, press it for about two
right.
hours before roll the wrapper, and it gives the cigar an exact shape. So there was no.
Oh,
So the way the old school cigar rollers used to mold your filler will be to roll them tight in newspapers, leave them there for a whole day, and then the next day they will roll the wrapper. So I put the newspapers on those to kind of give it that feel of, like, you know, old school Cuban cigar rollers. It's really doing nothing to it. You know, I mean, once you put the cigars, once you roll the cigar, once you put the wrapper on the cigar and you roll it through the newspapers, it really doesn't do much for it more than you know, it helps keeping the wrapper smooth, you know, and if it has any veins sticking out, it'll help it hide and make the cigar smooth on the outside. But other than that, it's more for that history of the old school way of rolling cigars in Cuba.
right. So what else type of sticks that you want me to kind of like highlight? Why I got you on here?
We've been the DOC limited edition. That was also a blend that I came up with in the Jalapa area in Nicaragua, and that tobacco was limited. So, you know, I was able to make about 100,000 sticks of those, and that was it. So when those are gone, those will be gone. We won't have any more of those.
Wow, hundreds thousand sticks. You made
Yeah,
it seem like it's nothing. That's like a tractor trailer load.
really not that much. It's really not that much. But not for like the type of the production that I'm trying to make, and it's really 100,000 sticks is not too much. But it was really that was all we could do with this blend, because that was all the tobacco that was to make this blend. So, you know, we named this Dreams of Cuba limited edition, just because I knew it was going to come to an end, because there was a limited amount of tobacco. So
Right.
it was a really good blend. It's not as powerful as the Liga 5, but it's still a powerful stick. The light shade ground gives you more of a creamy taste with still a little bit of power at the beginning and then a lot of power halfway down. The one with the dark wrapper, with the sun-grown wrapper, is a little bit peppery and it's medium to full body. And,
Right.
halfway down, a real strong kick. So then we have my regular blend. My regular blend is it's nothing nothing too powerful. It's mild to medium, medium to full body, and a little bit of a strongest stick. And we make stuff with we make stuff with designs, 3 wrappers, cross triple wrappers, astros, all types of designs on the cigars for those who like that type of those type of cigars, things with designs on them. And then I have another blend that's called 5 years aged, that the tobacco has been aged for 5 years. And after it was cured and fermented, it was aged for 5 years before the cigar was rolled. So those cigars are also very, very good. We have those in Connecticut, in Habano and Maduro. So we have them in mild to medium, medium to full, and then full body with the Maduro. It's also a very, very good
These
stick.
the new ones with the grain wrapper everybody talking about?
That will be the ones with the green wrapper will be either the Robusto or the other 6x52 Toro, and then I have a Liga 5 6x52 and 5.5x54 with the Candela wrapper as well. But I also have design cigars like the Salomon.
Yeah, I'm about to show the
Yeah,
barbershop pole. When I first got with you, that's all I used to order, just these. And I showed up at a cigar lounge, and they was like, "What is that?" And I felt good to kind of brag and like, "Yeah, my guy, he make these barbershop pole ones."
yeah. So yeah, it was. So we make a lot of design cigars as well because we feel like that's something that people enjoy, and it's something that's a little different. From your everyday smoke. So people really enjoy the ones that are designed and they have bullet
Like
dots.
this, like it takes an artist. Like who in the world's doing these designs? Like how could you make a design like this on a cigar?
Yeah, it's really very it's unique. It's unique and it's different, and a lot of people appreciate that and enjoy those because they have they're unique.
Yeah, I appreciate all your stuff. Like to be honest with you, I don't even smoke anything outside of what you offer because I know for a fact that I'm being educated on it. I know the type of cigar it is, and I know that it comes from somewhere that I like Nicaragua. Like I never knew I liked Nicaragua tobacco too. I started buying from you, so it's some
Yeah,
good quality stuff. Then when you go to like a cigar shop and you buy what they have in there, and then you compare it to your stuff, you're like, what? Like, why am I smoking this? So now, like, for all my real estate friends, when I go out of town to these events, or if I go, to someone's house, I always bring my little box of cigars with me, and just give them out. I give them out like candy. It's to the point where I reach out to you and I say, bro, I need you to create me a blend just for myself, um, that I can, give out to my real estate friends and use as a tool to kind of like promote talking to people and going to cigar spots and try to raise money and things of that nature. So I
right, yeah,
definitely going to get that going. Man, you put out here together and make me a little blend, and I just go with that because I like your products, man. So what you got lined up, right? Like what's the move, right? What do you see yourself in the future? Like what's some things that we can see Lars doing in the future?
All right, so in the near future, we're setting up right now to open a second location. As you know, I have a shop at a tourist little area here in the Tarpon
Right.
Springs area. We're setting up to open a store. So working on that as well. I mean, I'm waiting for this coronavirus situation to be over so we can continue to move towards that. But it's a very nice location. It's a pretty big location. It's got space, and it'll have it'll have the couches, and it'll have the nice size humidor,
Still
and
gonna be in the Tampa area, or it's gonna be somewhere different?
it's gonna be right here in Tarpon.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's gonna be right. The location I'm looking at and the location I'm negotiating with is right here in Tarpon. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
I need to, after the virus, I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna fly down there, man, and check it
yeah,
out.
man.
'Cause-
Here, we got Clearwater Beach, the best beach of the United States.
right, right.
You ain't
So,
got to see this. I mean, Tom Brady and the whole Patriots is moving down here.
so,
But
so
yeah,
what
nice.
some challenges that you face, like, you know, that you want to talk about? What are some things that you've been through where you felt like you probably almost given up, or you had a big challenge that you had to overcome? I see it, you get a lot of adversity from like the hecklers and people saying bad things about you. Like, how do you overcome that type of stuff and continue to push forward?
Well, you know, at first when people talk about you and when you're on your way to
Right,
doing something, when you're on your way to succeeding in something, and when you're on your way to trying to do something great, there are going to be people. There's going to be things that are going to push you. There's going to be things that are going to come your way. There's going to be people that are talking about you. There's going to be people who talk about you in front of your face. People who talk about you behind your back. There's going to be people praying on your downfall. There's going to be people praying that you don't make it anywhere. There's going to, there are going to be stones on the road that you're going to trip with. It's all part of the journey, though. You know,
right.
it's all part of the journey, and the main thing is that you have to stay focused on what you're trying to accomplish. You can't lose focus, and things are gonna come your way, and things are gonna be said, and things are gonna be done, and things are gonna happen. But you can't lose your focus. Like your focus has to stay on what you set out, what you set out your goal. Whatever you set your goal to, and whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, that's where your focus has to be on, and that's what your focus has to stay on. And you can't let what nobody says, you can't let what nobody is saying behind your back, or what nobody's saying in your face, or what nobody's praying to, or things that happen in life. Somebody dies, or a family member passes away, or you get into a car. You cannot let things that you don't have control of affect what you're trying to do or affect you mentally. You have to stay focused on what you want to do, and you just continue. And just
Yeah,
it's.
I'm real big on the goal setting. Like,
Mhm.
how big is goal setting for you? Like, do you say, okay, in the next 12 months I need to be here, or did you
Yeah,
measure your goals? Or
I mean, I don't measure my goals by time, but I do measure my goals by next step.
okay,
So, like, I'm not saying in 12 months I'm going to be here, but I'm saying my next step is going to be this.
right,
And this is what I got. This is what I'm going to do. So I work towards that next step. Then when I'm done with that next step, I set my next step, and I work towards that. I don't put a time frame, because when you put a time frame to something, you're putting too much pressure on your shoulders.
right.
You can't, because time goes by and sometimes things happen and you can't achieve something during that time that you set. So you just gotta, set a goal and set a step and make sure that you complete that. However long it may take. Just make sure that you complete that, you achieve that, and then you move on to your next step. And then from there you move on to your next step.
Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. Like, I used to say, hey man, I need to do this by this much time, but I don't really put time on it. Like you said, I just focus on getting to that place. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
You
right,
know,
right.
I don't like to be lazy about things. Now, if I feel like I'm not doing it, then I'm gonna have a conversation with myself and say, this is what we got to do to get back on track. Because
Right.
sometimes life get in the way. I have children. I think you have children too, right? And that sometimes get in the way of going hard, right? Like, how do you balance, going hard and still being a family guy? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to be a father. You have to be a parent. You know, but parent is already part of your everyday life. Parenting is part of your schedule. So you don't, it's not like I'm parenting around my business. I business around my parenting. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you just you look for the time, and when it's time to parent, you parent, and when it's not time to parent, and that's the time you have to do what you got to do for your business.
Now, this might be a weird question. What's your children's involvement in your business? Because for me, I allow my children to be around the business, even though I got an 8-year-old son and I got an 11-year-old son, and even though I do, like, fixing houses and selling houses and wholesaling and real estate related things, I want them to be a part of the business, to know that, hey, you can have this as you get older. You can help me work this as you get older. You don't have to go out here and struggle if you don't want to. But this what
Right.
you got to do to be able to be a part of the family organization. How are you currently having your children around the company? I know it's tobacco and stuff, but are you
Hmm.
currently showing them the business side of things and how to handle it? So
My daughter don't care. I'll be honest with you. My
okay,
daughter. My son, on the other hand, yeah. My son, on the other hand, I've been teaching him how to roll cigars since he was like 7 years old. Uh, he tells me all the time, "Daddy, I'm gonna, when I get older, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm gonna take over the family business, and I'm gonna be 10 times better than you." And I hope so. I hope so.
right,
That's what that's really what I want. So yeah, he's very involved. My daughter helps me like pack up orders and go to the post office with me and take them over there. My son is more into like learning what it is about. Like, yeah, how do you do this, Dad? And how do you do this? And how does this get done? And how do and I answer questions. So, when I'm working, he comes sit with me and he watch me work, or he watch me talk to customers, and he'll ask questions. How do I do that? And what about if they ask this? And that's just, so I teach him the game.
man, that's dope, man. It's nothing like showing your child like step by step, like this the game,
Yeah,
son. Now taking
yeah,
it and run with it. It's up to you to run with it, but here's the game. And I'm the same way with my 11-year-old. Like he's like a sponge right now. He everything I say out my mouth, he listens to, whether
yeah.
it's good or bad. So now I watch what I say out my mouth because I
Right.
don't want him to pick up on bad habits. Someone asked, let me go put this question on the screen. Someone asked, "What's your best two selling cigars?" They said, "I like mild and medium. I'm on the site and I want to place an order, brother.
He likes the mild sticks.
Mild and medium, yeah.
Anything with a Connecticut shaped wrapper is really gonna be your mild to medium smoke. As far as the rest, it's just size difference. So you kind of go on whatever size you like the most, or whatever size you would like to smoke on, and you choose it with a Connecticut shaped wrapper, and that's probably going to be your best bet for your mild to medium smoke. The DOC limited edition and the Liga 5, that's on the stronger side. So if you like something mild, you can try either that 5-year age premiums or anything on like the regular blend, on the regular premium blend, and anything with a Connecticut shade wrapper, that's going to be mild to medium. Then you want to step it up a little bit more, you get a Habano. It is a medium, gets a little bit full towards the end, but no Maduro.
Right. Maduro is strong. Okay. So, man, I appreciate you, brother. Like even when I reached out to you, you were straight, let's do it. Man, I appreciate it. How can people get a hold of you? Like if they wanted to get a hold of you, like what's the best way to get a hold of you? Are you on Instagram, Facebook?
I'm on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dreams of Cuba. I'm on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dreams of Cuba. You can visit my business page on Facebook, Dreams of Cuba Cigars. You can join my cigar group on Facebook, Dreams of Cuba Cigars. If you can go to my website. On my website, you'll have my number. You can email me. I'm very, I'm very easy to get in touch with.
Cool. So now they want to drop questions when we're about to wrap it up. Someone else asked, "What's a good cigar for women? For women that you have?" My girls and I sometimes go to the cigar bar and chill.
You want to get your girl something, try to get your girl something mild. Maybe something, I have some flavored cigarellos on the website as well. Those are really good too. And they're small. They're more women like. If you want some regular cigars, she doesn't want a flavored cigar. Get her something maybe like a Corona 6.5 by 42 ring gauge. It's not too fat. It's a thin cigar. It's about yay long. Get it with like a Connecticut shea wrapper, which is a mild, creamy flavor, and that's something that she'll probably enjoy.
Man, like the cigar, I'm still learning. Like I still feel like I'm a newbie towards the cigar. Like I order a bunch of sticks. I smoke like maybe 2-3 times a week, if that. And what would be a preferred humidor for a newbie? Starting out to store their sticks. Like, can you give some guidance to properly put your sticks up so they won't be bad or
If you're just starting out to smoke cigars, and you're a person who's going to keep between like 20 and 30 sticks, I would just go to your local cigar store and get you one of those regular humidors that are for 20, 30 sticks. It shouldn't be more than like $30. Um, don't use that little humidifier that it brings that you got to stick to the ceiling of the humidor. Get you a Boveda pack for 25 sticks, which you can get you a Boveda pack to 60 grams. The 60 grams Boveda packs, 69, 70 humidity, and you just stick it in there with the cigars. You close your humidor, and your cigars will stay fresh as long as you keep them there and you keep that box closed. What you don't want is to keep your cigars on the outside. Um, even if they're inside of the house, if they're not sitting in a bag with a humidifier, they will go dry. And I mean, you can bring them back to life, but as long as they stay outside of a place where they need humidity. Cigars need humidity to stay fresh.
Right.
So very important.
Awesome. And what advice could you give somebody who's currently struggling in business? Like, could you lead these people with who's struggling and is just trying to get to the next level?
Listen, if you are struggling in business and you want to get to the next level, I'm gonna be honest with you. I believe that you need to find hunger,
Right.
and I believe find motivation, because I swear to God, I swear to you, I cannot lie to you. I can't make this up. If you are hungry and you are motivated, you will find a way to succeed. If you're not hungry and you're not motivated, you will find every excuse why not to succeed. And you will find every reason why it's too hard for you, or why God is not on your side, or why it's happening for him, but it's not happening for me. It's
Right.
happening for him. Got the hunger and the motivation. That's why it's happening for him. You gotta find that. You gotta find that in you. There's gotta be a reason that there's gotta be that main reason why you want to do it. Okay, and
Right.
I promise you, it can't be the money. It
Right.
can't
And
be the
I tell people, don't do the things for the money, because when the money is not in play, you're gonna be the first person to quit. Do things that you're passionate about, and figure out a way to monetize your passion. Right.
right,
You know.
because if you just find out what you're good at, whatever that is, even if it's selling ice on the middle of the street at the stoplight, if you just find what you're good at and you invest in that and you maximize that right there, the money is gonna come. If you just find what you're good at and exploit that and take off with that, the money is gonna come with that. The moment that you do something for the money, the moment that you get a few bucks in your pocket, you gonna slack. It's guaranteed, because you got it. You got what you wanted, which was the money.
Right. Right.
So be hungry, find a motivation in you, whether it's your mom, whether it's your dad, whether it's your kids, whether it's because you want to live different than you have lived all your life. You have to find something that's going to drive you. You have to find something that's going to push you to do something great, and then you take the skills. God has given all of us a skill. God
Right.
has given us a talent. You have to find it, and you got to take off with it. You know.
I agree. I agree. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My guy lost all the way from, how you said, Tampering
Yeah.
Springs, Florida.
Yes.
I got property down in Port Charlotte, Florida. I gotta go check on. I bought it,
Oh,
never even
yeah,
seen it.
that's
Yeah,
not too far.
yeah. So
That's,
I'm definitely coming. I just gotta wait for this COVID crap to end. So
yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you
I
for
appre-
all you do for us in the cigar community. To me, you already a living legend. You made it a way that people can enjoy quality cigars and fellowship without drama, and that's very important to me. So, um,
definitely important, man. Enjoy a good cigar, sit back and relax and enjoy life. We only live it once.
right. So I appreciate you. I'll be talking to you soon, brother. If you want to reach Laz, the website is down on the video. If you're watching the replay, don't hesitate to go to the website, educate yourself. Join his Facebook group, Dreams of Cuba
Right.
Facebook group. If you're not in that group and you want to learn more, guys, I'm telling you, they drop some awesome information about cigars. They encourage people. They're not negative in that group. It's a great group. I've been in that group for a while myself. So join his Facebook group. Go like his Facebook page. He's always working on different blends. If you want him to come out you still doing the gigs after the virus, is to come out to hand roll stuff and for people and all that,
Yes,
the
sir.
parties and stuff. So if you want him to come out, if you got a cigar lounge that you want to come out and you want to press your friends, call him and see can you book him. He'll fly out to you. I'm definitely thinking about doing a cigar party in my area. So definitely reach out to him here. He's very accessible. So reach out to him. So
All
that's
right.
it, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for joining. See you guys next week. I have a very special guest. I confirmed with him last night, but I can't say it yet until I get the green light from his secretary. Once I get the green light from the secretary, then I'll release it. So by one day this weekend, we'll know who's speaking on the podcast next week. Appreciate you again, Lars. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Stay safe.